Today, I'm going to be going over this tweet here and explaining my personal experience with microphones and all the hardware and fun stuff that small streamers should be starting out with, getting themselves familiar with, and all that fun stuff. All right, so it all started out with this tweet here, which is, if you're buying a microphone and are starting out with making content, please stop buying USB microphones, period. Especially Yetis. I'm begging of you, please give this a read. And it's a thread that kind of just goes over why you should get an XLR mic instead of a USB microphone. The reason I'm talking about this right now is because there's a lot of debate going on whether this person is right or not. A lot of people are jumping to the defense of USB mics because, let's be honest, that's the most common microphone is a USB microphone. They're usually, most of them are affordable. They're USB, so they're very easy to plug into your computer. You just plug it in, you're done. You're good to go. Sometimes you have to adjust the gain for it a bit, but 9 times out of 10, you can just plug it in and be ready and actually have some pretty decent audio. I mean, I spent most of my time on a USB mic way back in the day. So the first thing to point out with this thread here is it mainly just goes down, and like I said, it kind of just lists all the reasons why an XLR is better than a USB mic. There's a lot here, and there is some good information, like how to set up XLR mics and all that fun stuff. Because trust me, they are a pain in the ass. Especially if you don't have any experience with audio beforehand. You know, it tells you, recommend some good microphones here, good little box. Because, fun fact, you cannot plug an XLR into a computer. You have to get a little, like, audio interface thing. So I have a Go XLR, which is a pretty nice one. It's a pretty high tech one. It's about $500. It is not cheap. I got it back when I was gonna get into voice acting stuff, and then I didn't because, you know me, I'm not consistent with anything. But yeah, so it's a pretty high tech one. This one is a lot cheaper. I'm not gonna click on this link here just because I'll explain that in a little bit. But you know, also explaining why you need a mic stand. Said which, yeah, of course you need a mic stand. Most microphones come with tripods that you can just set them on your desk and they're there. Except every time you hit your desk, any noise on your desk, that's gonna reverberate right into the microphone, through the legs of the tripod into the microphone. And then, you know, it goes down to just kind of explain more different microphones and stuff. I'm not gonna look into all of these. Some of these are fucking crazy. And there's just kind of a lot of discussion about it. Okay, but this is actually how, because Ghoulie here quote retweeted it, and she's kind of just explaining why that isn't necessarily good advice. I use an Audio-Technica AT2020 plus USB, which, by the way, that was my first like professional microphone. I started with the Blue Snowball, which is an okay microphone. It's fine, whatever. But then I moved on to the AT2020. I used that for years. I'll show you a couple examples of kind of my AT2020 USB and then my AT2020 Go XLR, which is this one here. Sorry for that horrible squeaking noise. Like I said, my mic stand's a little bit scuffed. That's why it's important to have a good one. I recommend the Rode or something like that. I don't know. If you want me to do a video on equipment, I'd fucking love to. Just let me know. Anyways, as I was saying, and then the AT2020 does the job great and costs half the cost of the mic alone. It does. It costs half as much as the XLR mic, and you don't have to buy the box. You have to buy the box. Keep that in mind. You cannot have an XLR mic without the XLR box. I cannot remember the words. It's not soundboard. Maybe it's audio interface. I cannot for the life of me remember what it is called. This is frankly just gatekeeping, and while audio is important, not everybody has the means to spend that much. Yes, and I think Ghoulie summed that up pretty well. Audio is super important when you're a streamer. If your audio is not good, it's not clear, or if there's too much background noise, you can hear the air conditioner, you hear the keys too much. My keys come through. Once again, my audio's scuffed. That's an issue that I deal with, and well, it's an issue that I have, and I acknowledge that I don't deal with it, and it probably doesn't help me if I'm going to be entirely honest. But I'm a lazy motherfucker, so I'm slow, and I'm not typing right now, so I can just talk. Anyways, I'm getting off on a tangent again. So, like I said, you mainly just need decent audio. It needs to be, you know, clear, decent audio. If you get some background noise, whatever. Constant background noise, kind of a turnoff for viewers. And of course, this tweet here, the original tweet, is geared towards VTubers because this person is a VTuber manager for hire. You can hire them. I don't know how effective they are at their job. I don't know. I didn't really look into it because I'm gonna be honest, it doesn't matter. It doesn't really pertain to this. She seems to know what she's talking about, sort of, in terms of like equipment and stuff. except for this part. I disagree with this part. But and there was some other stuff, which is like Fitzy here, who is, I don't really know what I think he's a Destiny streamer, is how I know him. I'm following him, apparently. He's followed by all the Destiny guys. Some Destiny streamer. Don't know how I found his way into VTuber, Twitter, whatever. Not gonna worry about it. I'm getting off track again. Was wondering, why are you linking Amazon affiliate links and not disclosing what they are? You know, that's bad business practice, right? Which is why I wasn't clicking on these, because I just don't want to feed into that. Affiliate links, essentially how they work, very bare bones. I'm not super familiar with them, but from my understanding of them is you click on them and you get a share of the revenue, whatever that share may be, of whatever that makes. It's a really, if that's even correct, it's most likely really dumbed down. Essentially, they're benefiting from people clicking on it, is what's going on here. So that's just something that's going on. I'm not gonna dive into drama, because I'm gonna be honest, I don't give a shit about that. I'm here to talk about microphones and what you as a small creator should be doing. Now, I myself may also still be a small creator, but I know a thing or two about equipment. I have been doing content creation since late 2015. Actually, it was December 2015. 2016! I've been making YouTube videos. Messed with just about every piece of equipment that you can dream of in some way, shape, or form. I moved from capture cards. I've done all sorts of microphones. I've done all sorts of webcams. I've done all sorts of just softwares. Oh my god, it's a nightmare. But I know a thing or two around hardware and software. And you don't need an XLR mic. XLR mics are incredibly expensive. This setup, probably, let's go ahead and check Amazon right now. Okay. XLR microphone, about $100. And then the TC Helicon, the one I got, this is an expensive one. You don't have to get this one. It was about $500 when I got $560 now. Ooh, yikes. But that's about, you know, a $600 setup. Now, the other microphone, audio mixer, that's what they're called, audio mixers. So a decent audio mixer, hold on, fucking, you know, $70 here. That looks decent. Yeah, that looks pretty decent. Like a $70 mixer. We got a $50 mixer. You can get them for a little bit cheaper, but it's still about a $200 setup. But we're looking, let's look at the AT2020 USB. It's a decent microphone. It's about $60. It's a lot cheaper, and you don't have to get any supporting softwares. You just plug into your computer, you're good to go. Now, once again, I would recommend a mic stand of some sort. Here's an AT2020 one, I guess. It's $20. This is probably a crappy mic stand, let's be honest, but it'll get the job done. So essentially, USBs, they're not as good. You do get what you pay for. You buy an XLR mic, you get the setup, it's going to be much higher quality. You can isolate noise a lot better. You can adjust the gains and the thresholds. If you don't know what that means, that's okay. It's really complicated to set it up. It took me a long time to figure it out. But essentially, you can minimize, you can just control the direction at the distance at which sound is picked up by your microphone with an XLR. It gives you way more customizability. Audio mixers allow you to mess with tracks so much. I can separate my Discord, my desktop, my music, and my microphone. I can adjust all those volumes separately, and I can adjust even more of them with the audio mixer. And the only reason I have the mixer, and why I'm talking about that, is because I have the XLR microphone. Back onto the topic of this tweet here. What this tweet is saying is that if you're a content creator, invest in audio. So instead of just buying a halfway point mic that you'll eventually upgrade, just go the full send it and buy an XLR microphone. Invest in it fully. Which, it makes sense. In the long run, yeah, it'll work. But no streamer should be starting out spending a ton of money on something. It's really, really bad practice to do that. Start out with crap. That way you can practice. You can get better. Sure, if you can start out with a $10,000 setup, okay, I guess. If you can afford that and it doesn't matter, go for it, I guess. I'm not going to stop you. But if you don't want to just drop like a ton of money, if a couple $1,000s on streaming just right off the bat, don't. Buy some budget stuff. Figure out how the game works. OBS is free. Buy a microphone, a webcam, some cheap lights, couple on like maybe $300 at most. Even less. I'm probably highballing it. And it sounds good. Like, let's go back to my old videos. So let's be generous. This is my newest video here. Dark Tide is a game with fair and balance. I'm not trying to plug my own videos, I swear. So that's my oldest video. So let's find another video from 3 years ago. A BioShock experience. I hope this doesn't sound fucking terrible.
I'm gonna keep
Here's the
reading this
Bioshock
dramatic
experience.
voice. Is this the time when like a splicer finds me? Yep. Hold on, I just realized I've got like a widescreen.
But, you
thing
know,
going
I'm
on.
talking and it's clear
my-
and it's fine. And that was with my USB microphone. It sounds fine. $66 microphone. Use it. It's great. It doesn't matter. It really doesn't. Now, here's my current one, the dark. You see my bolter? I got a bolter. It's so cool. Look at it. It's big and boxy. The Space Marines use it. I got a bolter. Look, I got a bolter. Now, the XLR mic, the USB one, it is higher quality. It's better. And like I said, it allows me to do more stuff. But this is fine. The USB microphone, I love this, the fucking black screen. That's great. USB microphone is fine. It's great. A lot of USB mics are fine. I would recommend getting the mic stand though. That's pretty good. Now, on the other aspect, we've got, I don't know who this is. No hate. I'm just gonna pick apart this sentence here. He came across my timeline. That's why I'm fucking picking this guy. But no one gives a fuck if your mic costs $5 or $50. Now, while I get what he's saying, and while I think while his original meaning was correct, he missed the mark a little bit. A $5 microphone is gonna sound like shit. It's not gonna sound good. It's gonna drive people away. Like, it's just not gonna be good. I'll show you. I have my webcam mic. I'm gonna put that on for a second. Now, my webcam was about $80. I've got the Logitech something. I don't fucking know. Pull up the Amazon link. Oh, wait, no, I've got it right here. This one. I forgot. The Logitech C920X HD Pro webcam. It's about, what is this? What the fuck? Oh, there's a Yeti. But anyways, webcam. It's about $70. Now, it is also a webcam. So let's take about a third of the price. Let's make it, or a fourth even. No, a third? Let's say like $25. $25, $30. If we're being generous. $20. All right. You know what? Fuck it. Let's just lowball this. Let's say it's a $15 to $20 mic, and the rest of the money goes towards it being a camera. Okay. $15 mic. Yeah, that's great, right? Well, it sounds like this. It's, wow, that's fucking loud. Oh, I'm going to turn that down a little bit. Yeah, it's not good. It's more balanced now. But it's not good. It's terrible. And let's be honest, you wouldn't watch someone like this. If you found someone who's sounding like this, the content would come off as low quality. It doesn't matter if they're funny. I mean, it can. Some people watch it, but the vast majority of viewers will not watch it if it seems low quality. If the quality's literally, like, the quality, HD quality is low, if the audio's bad, if things are lagging, it's just, people aren't going to stick around if the base content isn't good. But see, now we're back to, like, the professional one. Now, once again, this is the XLR mic. This is the $500 whole setup. $500, $600, $700 setup. But it matters. People do give a fuck. The margin between, like, a $100 microphone setup and the $500 microphone setup is smaller than the $5 and the $100. So, at the end of the day, let's kind of, because I've been all over the place, let's kind of put everything together. Do small streamers need an XLR mic? Is it absolutely necessary? Absolutely fucking not. You do not need an XLR microphone. Don't let anybody tell you you need the best high quality gear. You need stuff, you need gear, and this doesn't just go for microphones. You need things that will get you decent quality content so you can produce, in turn, decent content. So, make presentable content. That's the first step. And the second step is actually making good content. Relies on you being funny and all that. And those are the two aspects you need. And then marketability. There's a whole sorts of other shit, but I'm not going to get into that. The base you need is a good microphone. Like I said, I highly recommend the AT2020. That's a fun one. The Blue Snowball I grew up with. It wasn't the best microphone. It was okay. It was serviceable. It got me through when I was a child making YouTube content. But yeah, just get a decent microphone. You don't need to splurge all sorts of money on it. If you like it, if you're liking the microphone, you're liking streaming, you're having fun content creation, maybe you're seeing some growth, then you can invest in a better microphone when it's working out, when that's something you think you actually need, or if you want it for something, then get it. But don't get it because someone on Twitter just told you to. And once again, no hate to this person. They're just trying. They're trying to put out advice that's helpful, but I just don't think it's quite right. And also, I should mention as well, in this thread, there are good resources in here. This is a very good starter soundbox. It's a very good affordable option for XLR. Mic stands, very important. I don't know too much about these mics myself. Well, I know this one's kind of decent. I don't know much about these other three, but they're probably fine too. This one here is a good, they said it themselves, it's a good USB one that you can upgrade into an XLR setup if you're ready. So you can start out with USB if you want something more affordable. And I've seen this one a lot. You see this in podcasts and shit too. I'm always going to be partially AT2020. That's just, I live and die by it. But that's just me. That's kind of my tangent. While I expected that to be faster, it's 27 minutes long. Oh my god. That's kind of everything I had to say. I'm going to be doing more shit. Hopefully it'll be a little bit more cohesive next time I do a video like this. But I'm just going to do that. I want to talk. I don't stream anymore on Twitch, so I got to get my thoughts out somewhere. I've got 2 channels. Echo Isn't Real is my main channel where I post general gaming videos and all sorts of fun stuff like that. Echo's Not Real, which is my Destiny channel, so if you're a Destiny 2 player, you should definitely go check that out. And then, of course, this channel here, Echo Extras, which are just all the extras that don't make it onto either of the channels. They don't fit on the main, and they're not Destiny related, so Echo Extras. Here we are. Appreciate y'all stopping by, and I'm going to see you in the future, that's for sure.